Hi, everyone. Welcome to Dialogue with Khuraira. If you're new to Dialogue with Khuraira, Dialogue with Khuraira is a platform whereby we celebrate the unsung heroes. Who are the unsung heroes? Unsung heroes are individuals doing incredible things in their various communities, but maybe the media or the spotlight isn't on them, but they're doing things that are changing their community one person at a time. They have unique stories. There's something that touch them, that they're doing what they are doing, and we like to share their stories so that you watching at home, hopefully it will inspire you to start doing something similar so that you can make a difference in your own community, and together we can make a difference one person at a time, one village at a time, one country at a time, and globally. So today we have, I'm so excited. Well, this incredible, super talented young lady. Actually, when our graphic designer did a post made her poster, he put in Mrs. Hawa. I said, "Don't you see the picture? She's a baby. You need to change it." We don't want to now get another international role that we have a child bride, you know? So Hawa is like, you're 13 years old, right? Welcome to Dialogue
No,
with Hurrah. How old are you?
I'm 11.
11?
Yeah.
11. Oh, yes, yes, yes. You were born 2013. Where's my math? Okay, yes, you're 11. Yeah, okay. Oh my God. I hope you guys were able to see her intro video. Would you believe that? And I don't think you shot it this year, did you? You did it, when did you did that in a year ago or this year?
What?
The video I shared on the platforms
Last year.
last year. So you were 10 when that video was made. And here is her father here as well, uh, Alhaji Mustafa. So
Yeah.
I actually wanted both to be on because as incredible, as talented as Hawa is, if she didn't have a father, a mother, like her parents, we would not have known of her talent.
Yes.
So how we do it, we allow you to introduce yourself. And then right after that, we will ask questions. And then there will also be questions that I will ask your dad as well. So go ahead and introduce yourself to our viewers.
Okay, my name is Hauwa'u Al-Mustapha. I was born 2013 in Katsina Town, Katsina State. My father is hailed from Bauchi. I did my nursery and primary in Bauchi, and now my junior secondary school in here in Abuja. Um, just one going to two.
So, wow, that's a really, no, I don't agree to that introduction. That is too short. Yes, you were born and all that, but you have done so much. I have seen you to be like a goodwill ambassador with so many things, spokesperson for girls, young girls, for NGOs. You also do product placement. You have such an incredible following on social media. Talk about all that, and how it all started.
Okay, it all started when I was very little. So I just
How
carry
little?
my mother's phone, blah 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 blah. It made me laugh. So she would like scream my name, "Hey, Dad, come and give me my phone," and I'll run as fast as. So from then I showed my dad, and he was like, "Wow, I like it." So from then he kept training me until then. Now I'm a poet. I create content, and I do advocacy. Advocate of climate change, child rights, and women empowerment. So here I am.
I love that. Here you are, and the world is just beginning to know uh, uh, about you because you are. I would say watching your videos. I'm your greatest fan. You know, as you can see, I started following you as well, and I see that you are versatile in things you do. You're not just even doing. You talk about your faith. You talk about empowerment. You talk about girls um, and kind of rights. And if I may ask this, and I'll get to that soon, is that of course I would say you're so lucky, and you know when I got you when I was sent your video and I saw it, I was so I was happy than the person probably that sent it to me, because to me, when kids are doing social media, a lot of the times they spend their time doing unproductive things. So and looking at your age 11, and obviously you said you started it during COVID, which COVID was 2020, which was how many, 4 years ago probably. Then you were like what?
Like,
I don't know, seven or 7, right? And even at that, you were not going to you were not going on social media to look at gossip, to look at cartoons. You were on social media trying to educate people about COVID. That was what captured. I'm like 7-year old educating people about COVID. So, mommy Hawa, I call you my mommy because your name is the name of my biological mother. So I will feel weird to call you right away with your name. So we traditionally, I'll call you my mommy Hawa. So how did it all started? What really made you to want to be an advocate of things or try to educate people than just spending your time watching videos that make you laugh?
When you went out to prayer,
well, excuse me.
Hmm? You can get some water too if you want.
Yeah, I need to get some water. Excuse me, please.
Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. I get that sometimes too. Sorry. And so while we're getting her dad is going to get her water, we're also going to post Mommy Hawa's social media handles, and you guys can follow her and see some of the things that she's been doing. She's very, very gifted, really a gifted young lady, and she have met so many high-profile individuals who have commended her for her um, achievement, you know, realizing that she's a rare gem and she's a rare gift. So if you're still having issues to speak, don't worry. We can get your dad to like jump in for a second. Can you talk now?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
As I
So
was, whenever I go out with my parents, I always see little children clumsy in the street, begging for food and soap to wash their clothes. So that always bothered me. So one day I just asked my dad, what are they doing in the street and why? So he told me all I needed to know. From then, I started to think of how to help them. So, meanwhile, I loved talking about children and what they need. For example, they need love and security, especially the vulnerables. So, from then, my father, I had no choice but to use my voice to call out on relevant authorities and to come to their aid and give them what they need, a place to live, to stay, like all
Education.
that, education and more.
Yeah. So this is amazing. I would think, do you think that probably you learned that subconsciously from your parents? Like maybe are your parents kind to people? Do you see them always trying to help? Because I mean, um, there's a time that I was interviewed by Daily Trust. Actually, I was awarded the Unsung Heroes, and they asked me how I became charitable. And I said, I learned about charity before I knew what charity was about through my Aunt Zainab, because she always give what she doesn't even have. So I think like children sometimes learn from seeing what their parents are doing. Is that what was your case? Did you like learn that from just looking at what your parents are doing, or just the school you went to, or the neighborhood you were? How did you like started having that empathy? Is there a thing that triggers it in your childhood?
No, it's just when I grew up, I see my parents giving charity to
The
little
needies.
children, the needies. So from then, I feel bad. Like, don't they have parents who takes care of them?
Yeah.
So my dad said they just live their own lives, and I really felt bad. Yeah,
No.
I have a parents, and they don't. I really feel bad.
Yeah, because you have a parent and you have parents that care for you, give you what you want. So how do you feel when you were like sneaking around and then your mom catching you with the video, and then I love that where you were trying to do something and your mom, yes, yes, and then you quickly say run. And then when you actually showed your dad your content and your dad approved of it, how did you feel at that moment? Because usually we play with mommy's phones, but we dare not touch daddy's phone. So, how did you feel at that moment when the dad you were thinking might not approve of what you're doing actually is the one that says bravo to
Yeah,
you?
actually like happy. My dad said it was very nice. So like how I became a poet, I'm so happy. People are liking my videos and so much. I'm so like happy, and I thank Allah for giving me this talent. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yes, it's honestly for what you have is a gift. And obviously, I want to talk to that briefly now, uh,
What?
because first of all, Mommy Hawa, I am super proud of you that you use your God-given talent to uplift others. It could have been the other way around, where you use your God-given talent to just do things that will be of disaster to society.
Yes.
So I think that is a wonderful gift that I hope every young person out there that is trying to emulate, to want to see people like their videos, do videos that can inspire and make a difference in somebody's life. I'm sure if a lot of young people watch your videos and see like you are so young and you're doing this and you're making a difference, you're not doing crazy things, you're not cursing anyone out, you're not doing things that will upset your parents or your community, but you are doing things to bring a highlight what is needed, to the extent that even the government are now listening to you. I think for that, Mommy Hawa, you have mattered beyond someone that is even my age.
thank
So we are super proud of you for that. And
you.
I'm sure, I pray this video, people watching it, going to your social media pages to see what you are able to accomplish, would be able to have you in schools you know, from primary school to secondary school to be a spokesperson to young people, because we need, if we're going to change our society, I always say it starts from home. It doesn't start from the street. It starts from home. So while I'm at that, let me give Alhaji Mustafa an opportunity to talk to us how the way he found out and what made him to encourage you. And so far, what would he say that maybe 2 second decision that, yes, I am going to go convince my upset wife that this girl has something, you know? Welcome, sir. Welcome to Dialogue with
Oh,
Khuraira.
man. Well, sometimes the way women used to perceive things is different from what we men.
Can you move closer so the camera can see you? Can you move closer so we can
Okay, can you see me now?
Yes, we can see you now, sir.
All right, thank you so much for
Uh-huh.
having me.
Yes.
Well, see, like I was saying, the way men perceive things are quite different from the way women do.
Yeah.
The first time she used to carry her mother's phone and start making videos, the mom would start screaming, "Hey, Chite, why would I do? Abba, can you come and see how she is misbehaving with my phone? She wants to spoil it," things like that. So I collected the phone in the first place. I said, "Okay, show me, let me see the video." She showed me, I watched, I said, "Oh, this is a good thing." So God so kind, the mother is a kind of a very good woman. She always lent me her listening ears. She
Yeah.
listened to me very well. So I sat her down and I explained to her, this is a good thing for our daughter to start doing. Even though we receive a lot of discouragement from friends, associates, that at this tender age we're exposing girl like this to social media, to the whole world. Can we think of the evil eyes, evil what, evil this, evil.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I sat down the mother that no, we don't have to listen to these people. What this girl is doing, I'm pretty sure she's going to put a lot of inspiration to many boys and many children.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, even
Adult as well. Adult.
yes, adult, exactly. So I'm impressed. The time that Bauchi State Governor, His Excellency Bala Muhammad, when he first saw her, he was so happy. He said how he wished that girl is his daughter. You understand?
Yes.
So it was really impressive, to be honest. And I'm urging parents to be always looking inward to see what their children, the hidden talent that the children has.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because we parents we must help them discovering those talents
Yeah.
because some talents are hidden.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's the parents that will discover them and then support the children. Then they will do better, inshallah.
Yeah.
So that's how it all started. So she
I
started showing interest. This is what she wants. I said, fine. So we
yeah.
supported her with the mother, and this is where she is today. So alhamdulillah, to be honest.
Well, I like what you said. I think it's the truth, both of you, and we know that of course the man is the head of the household, but in every happy home is usually the wife
Yeah,
and the
exactly. It's very
because like you just brilliantly stated, she gave you a listening ear, and you also explained to her that if you guide your daughter rightly, she will be able to cultivate content that can make a difference. Because you see, a lot of the
yeah,
times parents, they like when someone like mommy Hawa, when she comes, she's too brilliant, she's too inquisitive. You feel like she is just too drama, too noisy. I don't want, please, Hawa, I have my own issues. Leave me alone. But if you quietly listen and guide, because you
yeah,
as a parent, there's a gift that God had given you. That's why you're a parent. And if you're given
exactly.
a brilliant child and you are able to sit with that brilliant child and understand their vision and where they're headed, is what you were produced, what you and your wife had produced. in Mommy Hawa, because anyone that will go to her videos, there is nothing in her YouTube videos or her Instagram or her TikTok that doesn't have a really meaningful message that can impact your life, no matter what age you are, you
Exactly.
know. And I think where you did great is by guiding her, because obviously from the content of her videos, from the quality of her videos, there is more of an adult uh, insight to it, you know. Uh, of course, it's her dream. Of course, it's her vision. I know for a fact that most of the things that are there, it's hard then, but if you made it even more desirable, that you also guide her, you know. If you hadn't, Mommy Hawa will still find somewhere to do it,
Exactly. Yes.
because that is who she is, and
Mhm.
that's what she's meant to be. And then she could have fallen to a wrong hand, and
Exactly.
now telling her to do things that from when she's saying no, she's now made to start seeing things differently. So for me, I know when we had the I saw the video and I said I want to. I said the father, you should be on there. I'm speaking to parents. You see, as parents, we have to listen to our children. We all
Exactly.
have. We especially also our part of our country, you know, our
Mm.
Ariwa people. Um,
Exactly.
I rather have someone like Mommy Hawa than what I see older women from Ariwa are doing.
Exactly.
You are going on social media and putting each other down. It's talking about things that you did with each other in private for everyone in the world to see and to hear. And this is what we want to be sharing. This is what we want our mothers, our sisters, our daughters, our granddaughters to see and emulate.
Exactly.
Let's use our time. Social media, yes, it can make you and break you. And I honestly, it is the reason why I have dialogue with Khuraira. I have dialogue with Khuraira just because I want to spread good news,
Exactly.
people doing good things. We have so many outlets that is showing negative things, and
Exactly.
and we are it's full of, but there are so many doing amazing things but are not getting the outlet for people to see them. I bet you, if how this little girl was doing something negative that would be degrading to you and your family, it would have been viral.
Exactly. Exactly.
But if you go and watch this young lady's handle,
Mm.
you will be amazed. I don't care what part of the world you are. If you watch this young lady's um in TikTok handle, you'll be changed for life. And I
Exactly.
hope parents that are my friends on Facebook, Instagram, any social media handle, I urge you to go and watch this young lady and have your children to watch her channel, because I think they will learn a lot, that probably their spare time that they are using to do things that are not supposed to be done will now get some ideas from our young leader, uh,
Exactly.
Mommy Hawa'u, to make a difference in their lives.
Inshallah.
Because there's so many things there that I watch, like your videos after the other. I'm constantly watching. And you also, what I love is you, if you highlighting other organization as well, doing great things. You're not even just about yourself. You're also about showing other people doing things that are changing people's lives,
Exactly.
which is great. So, Mommy Hawa, if you are to be in, if you are to have right now speaking to a million young people like you, give them 5 tips that they should use with their time to make a difference in the world. What would those 5 tips be?
Well, first of all, they can write poems at that time. Like, is it emotional? Is it whatever poem? They can write poems, or they can do a video about education, or children, or orphans. They can do any videos like about children. And a third of all, they can like,
Learn handwork.
yeah, learn handwork, like what do they call it? Crochet, and
Be Christian. Be
yeah, and
advocate.
they can also make bracelets, and they can find a way to, like, even though they are young, they can find a way to make their own business.
Like
And
learn a skill.
yeah,
Okay.
and first of all, they can, well, they can what do you call it again? Yeah, they can um
Inspirational talks or something.
yeah, they can like interact by live, they can interact with other people, and they can also watch other people to learn more,
Yes.
and yeah, to
Look
make
at
them,
positive people that do positive things.
yeah, and they can also like go to Google, search for many words to know that words in the future, even if they don't know them.
Like
Yeah.
spelling bees.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. You,
Great
you,
Yeah. Even reading books, like I love reading novels. It
yeah.
really me whenever I'm bored, like I'm so bored, I'll just carry pen or paper or a book, because
Okay.
that makes me happy. Even
Yeah.
sketching, like drawing, whatever I see, I just imagine it and just draw it. That's all.
Nice.
Really
Nice.
makes
That is, yeah, really engaging your brain, thinking of things that you could do to occupy your time in a very positive way. So, I want to ask you this, and maybe you would want to do it, or maybe you could use your platform and encourage young people to use maybe their Saturday and Sunday to visit young people like you. You can start your own little group where they can visit poor people, maybe to help them clean their homes, maybe help them read to them, maybe maybe go. Remember those children that you said they touched you and
yeah.
you felt that they didn't have uh, love, and you are fortunate you have like your dad. Maybe you can start a club
Yeah.
whereby you can distance that you put down. You can now create young leaders. I'm sure you have people that have this, your friends that you hang around, or people, family members, or what have you, or even in your fan base, because you have so many followers. And maybe they're adults, but they may have children. So if you could do it as a club, because the whole thing, what I'm trying to do with you, Mommy Hawa, is that you can really change the narrative more than me and your dad would. You know why? Because you're young, you have more years ahead. When what you say, people will listen, then they will listen to old people like us. Like my children call me old, so they they would listen to young people, and you're hip, you're hip. So I would say you don't have to do it, but you already have mentioned things that you feel that young people can do and occupy their time so they are not roaming the street doing nothing. What do you think, Dad? Do you think that is something that maybe Hawa could be part of her, platform where she could, Mommy Hawa could actually, because she seems to have the energy to get people to listen to her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, yes,
yeah.
because that's the essence of Hauwa'u Al-Mustapha's foundation.
Oh, so you
Yeah,
have, oh,
yeah,
Mash.
that's the foundation that will soon be on stream.
Okay.
So to be honest, there was a time she was creating one of her content. I came in and advised her on how to make it, how it can looks.
Yeah.
Uh, entitled "Children versus Child Rights."
Okay.
Yeah, one of our videos titled "Children versus Child Right Act."
Okay.
So in that video, I think the first when she was to present that video, she asked me if I can give her some money to buy some food item to go to the IDP camps or any ghetto area to look for poor people I mean especially children to
Yeah.
give them something. I said,
Yeah.
well, fine, it's good. So
Yeah.
she put some food in the takeaway like this with water. I took her there.
Yeah.
She assembled the children. She gave them
Network is always an issue in Nigeria, but Alhaji Mustafa, the dad of Hauwa'u Al-Mustapha, is saying how he had encouraged her. She is about to
once.
start.
So I think this will be
It's like
okay.
network.
It's the
Yeah,
network is bad.
yeah, the
Yeah, it's,
network. It's gonna come back. So he's telling us about her foundation, which if the network gets back, I
yeah.
will
Wow,
be
Al
happy
Mustafa
to hear more
Foundation.
about it,
Yeah,
about the foundation and what she is planning to do with the foundation. Uh,
yeah,
so you're back. So you were saying that she had started a foundation.
yeah. Hawao Al Mustafa Foundation, and the
Yeah,
foundation will focus on the. I had to hire managers that will be managing this foundation for her, and
yeah,
most of it is because myself and the mother don't always have time to do all these things under my close
yeah,
monitoring. So
yes,
we hired a manager now. They're busy working on the foundation to be on stream. So the foundation will focus on the child rights acts, I mean child right advocacy, uh, women empowerment, because whenever you talk about children, women must come in.
yeah, very much
You
so,
understand?
very much
So,
so.
and the climate change, and the climate change. So
Wonderful.
she managers are now working towards that to see how she can make the foundation to be on stream very soon, inshallah.
Yeah,
We are
wonderful.
working. Yeah.
Just let us know about that.
Okay.
You can always come back and talk about any of your program. And who knows, you might be a co-host of Dialogue with Khuraira. If I can't do it, you might host it, remember? That'll be fun. I always tell all my guests whenever they want to, they can come and get, co-host, because I have so much to do, and sometimes I don't really have time to do
Yeah.
all this, but I have to like squeeze in to do it. Like I said, I do Dialogue with Horror not because it's about making money or anything. It's about just trying to get
Yeah.
good news out,
I remember
to
it.
hear good things about people. We have so many people doing great things, but they are not being shared. People prefer to talk about bad news, anything that can be degrading, that to share the story
Exactly.
of the like of Hawa, Mommy Hawa. And I think having the foundation, it's a very excellent step.
Thank you so much.
And also, if you having children and mothers is definitely the key, because a child, you know, the father is the hunter, and the mother is the one that cares for the home. So the mother is always the one home, and the children learn a lot from, whether we like it or not, what their mothers tell them, because their father is busy trying to make sure the whole entire family is okay. So having that thinking is great, and definitely uh, focusing a lot of the girls towards the girls will help you a lot, because we need to have a lot of the young girls having your mindset. Like right now, you said when we're going to do anything, we have to think of the mother. So the mother start from the girl, right? So if the girl doesn't have a great foundation, doesn't have empathy, even if you, the husband, have empathy, it is not going to work. So, but when we are able to raise a lot of people with empathy in our society, we will get a better society.
Exactly.
And empathy is what really brings, in a nutshell, creates more peace. Because if you do have empathy, you will worry about someone's child, someone's father, someone's mother, even a total stranger. But if you don't, it's all about you. You don't care. As long as you feel secure, the world, you think even the world around you get burned, you will still survive in your own small mind, but not knowing that that is not really the case. So now in some of your, I know that you do like product placement. You also, the people invite you to do a speak in some events, right? You do that, right, Mommy? How? So tell us about how you do, how you get to the different things. How do you go about that?
Well, so
Some invitation.
they just invite me, and then I'll usually is to see my videos, and then they invite me with maybe children or adults. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, good. Wonderful. So do you see your,
Sometimes,
go ahead.
sometimes people used to come through us,
Yeah,
myself or the mother, that please, we have seen what your daughter is doing, because nobody has a direct contact.
of
You know,
course, of course.
they,
And we don't want we don't want to
that
give her the contact. I
she
actually love that.
doesn't even have a phone.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, she doesn't? She's
She
still
does,
bogus.
because so it's the mother that is managing all her social media handles.
Yeah,
Now we're shifting it back to the managers now. So
good,
sometimes
good.
we used to come through me or the mother that there's an event and they are pretty sure our daughter can grace that occasion with maybe
Yeah,
someone or two words to say. So we tell her, and then she sit down and start thinking of what to do. Sometimes I even advise her in writing the content. So
yes,
that is
to
how it
help her
always
out.
goes.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
a time I
Oh,
could
wonderful.
remember when I was PM. He said, please, they need my daughter in Abuja the next day. Imagine this kind of short notice. They
What
call
what
me by 9 o'clock.
PM?
Yeah, 9 p.m. that they want her to be in Abuja in the next day.
Ah,
So we had to squeeze, manage, and she came.
yeah, and she has school and all of
Yeah.
that. That's another thing that I was going to ask you. Even though
Mm.
most of the events that she does anyway are weekends, but how does she juggle school and also doing appearances? If someone is, because if we're
Yeah.
because some parents might want their children somewhere in the country or the world to be like her, but
Mm.
how how
To
do
cope with
you
the two.
juggle that, you know?
Well, sometimes if the occasion means a lot to us, that maybe
Yeah,
there's one occasion she attended. organized by Alok Ariwa. I mean, Startup Ariwa.
Okay.
You know, that occasion was mainly to inspire the children, the youth.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
I felt that was very good one for her to attend. So she
Yeah.
keeps school that attend.
The network is
So,
good.
so some if it is occasion like this that involves a lot of
And then,
inspiration
and
uh,
obviously, being that
to
she's
the
so brilliant,
youth,
makes it up. She gets school
yeah,
excuse and she makes it up. Yeah.
she makes it up.
Yeah.
Of course, she makes it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
There was a time she was even complaining to me that in their classes she need to be changed. She need her school to be changed because in the school in her class there wasn't competition. She said she's the best in the class, so she prepare where she will have people that are
that will
more
challenge
smarter
her.
and more brilliant than her.
Yeah.
So yeah, she says she's the best in the school. She doesn't have any challenges from the
Yeah. Yeah.
students. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, that
so
is
things
why
like
some
that.
of so I think some of the school allow you to skip a grade, right? In
Yeah,
Nigeria. There are
we
some schools
do
that allow
notify
you to,
them that she's having a function to
yeah,
attend. So we notify the school most of the
yeah,
times.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That is the best way to do it. And then also to be able to not lose out in school
Mm,
for your with your schoolwork, and then
mm,
at the same time you're able to do the engagement because it
exactly.
can be difficult, especially when you have you're hired professionally and then something come up and you didn't show. That's also another problem when it comes to the business aspect of it. And at that time the people will not understand you're only 11 years old.
Yeah. We
Yeah, you know.
started doing this at the age of 5.
And she's wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. No, honestly, in you know, it's a lot of things that you see other people like. Your daughter is a gift, and you have done. You as the parents have done a very brilliant job
Thank
at
you
it
so
because you can see she is happy doing it. You know how
much.
like you see the child stars,
Mhm,
but even if they look like happy, if you look
mhm,
closely, you will know that this
mhm.
child is in a way unhappy doing it, but maybe somebody is pushing them to do, but it doesn't seem in all her videos that I have watched that that is the case. So
Exactly.
it's her thing. She loves it. You're giving her the support, and it's important
Mm,
as parents. For me, I was telling her earlier before we went live. I
mm.
said to her, her story reminded me of my story
Yeah.
because I grew up in a village
Oh.
uh, as a Fulani girl, whereby at that time,
Yeah.
Fulani girls, Fulani boys are not even allowed to go to school, talk less of the girls.
Oh.
And but I grew up in a neighborhood where we are surrounded by Christians. It's Jos, which is we have a lot of missionaries.
Mm.
So all my friends are mostly Christians, and they go to Western education, and I wanted to be like them. And I went to Aunt Zainab, and I told her that I wanted to go to school. And she realized that my passion was to go to school. Before I even was allowed to go to school, my friend that would pass through, she would teach me A, B, C, D, and all of that. So I was doing it on my own before I even went to the school. So I was saying to her, I am grateful to Aunt Zainab and her husband for understanding my hunger to do Western education, despite the fact that at that time it's unheard of for a Ruga girl to go
Yeah.
to school,
Thank you.
So parents can play a very, very important role in shaping the life of their children, You know, we could be annoying when we want something. We have to always, parents sometimes look at the bigger picture of
Mm.
what is this child actually looking to do. And like you were saying with your wife, okay, she wants to do the, what harm would it be if we allow her? If we guide her, if we are around her, what would it be? We wouldn't have none of you if your dad had said, but you know, we're
Yes.
lucky to have you, and the world is lucky to have you. And I am telling you, you are destined for greatness. Who knows? You might be another Oprah Winfrey. Oh, you know, you never know, right? So you have the same kind of disposition of having empathy, of
Yeah.
sharing, of educating people, and you have you know, great parents that want to support you, and we, all of you, we would want to support you to succeed.
Thank you
And
so
as for me, you know, it will be a pleasure for me to, whenever you need anything that I can help you, to advise you, even though your parents are doing incredibly well in that department. But in terms of what you're doing, charitable work, anything like that, to help you to get from point where this point to whatever point, I'm sure, and I'm asking everybody that is watching, is like, she is our daughter, and let's support her so we can have many, many daughters
much.
like her. That is the whole key of this show, is reproducing every person with future on Dialogue with Khuraira, is to reproduce thousands of them across the globe. That is,
Inshallah.
to me, if we're able to do that with Dialogue with Khuraira, then whatever vision I had with it has mattered. So I really honestly thank you very much for all that you do.
Thank you
And
so
make sure you keep us posted on everything that you're doing.
much.
We would also, even though we have your dad contact on there, we also going to post all your social media handles. And what we also do is that we have video clips of, like, we do like 2 minutes of what we did now, um, to be shared. That is why I want you, if there's any message that you feel you want to send out, please feel free to talk about it, what you want to accomplish, um, what you want, what you're doing with your show to be about, and how you want people to support you. This is your moment. So you have the rest of the minutes to tell us whatever you want, because we're going to do a little clip of it and we'll use that and be promoting. And you can also use it to promote, because then this is not just the end of it. This is just the beginning of it. God
Yeah.
willing.
So I just want to say something to children who are out there looking at me,
And the government.
and government authorities and relevant authorities and governments. I want to say something for children to look inwards them in their to find their hidden talents. They should never give up on what they want to do. They should never, like, if I mean never, that thing very soon it will be very, very special to them. So
Exactly.
never give up.
I like that. Never give up. Yeah, you're right. Because the naysayers are always going to be there. You know, like your father had stated when they started. And I know what your father meant by saying, because he comes from where I come from. Things like this is not easy. So I'm sure he gets a lot of bashing. He will continue getting a lot of bashing. But as you have said, he's not giving up. You're not giving up. And there are many other young people out there too that want to do what you're doing, and they're going to be attacked when they are doing it. And you are right. Don't give up, because when you started at that little girl of yours doing, I mean, that video is so cute. That, I mean, that's not the beginning of the video, but that video stood in my head, like when you were trying to educate people about, and your mom is screaming. And if you had stopped there, the many accomplishments that you have done after that wouldn't have. And you have no idea things that you have said, how much it had touched people. You may not hear about it, but we posted your video on Facebook, and you need to hear the comment. People are, it's the most commented video we've ever posted. People, how they're impressed. I actually had it shared in a lot of our network platforms. Again, all because to me, we want to have a lot of you in the world. And we want to have a lot of your parents in the world, because they, through God, they were able to allow you to be who you are. And because they allow you to be who you are, we enjoying what you're putting out. So you're right. Never give up. It's going to be tough. I'm sure there are days that your dad was thinking that you shoot a video. You're like, today I don't feel like it. Then something says in your mind, no way, you are shooting this video. Go. And you get up and do it, right? Right?
Especially there's one of our video, Fulbe Historic Empire Africa.
Wow.
Yeah.
We shot that one in Ruga, you know?
Oh, really? Send me
It
that
was,
link, please.
yeah,
I wanna. Is it on your TikTok?
yeah,
One?
yeah,
Oh,
well,
I'm gonna go look for it. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
We
I
went to Ruga, and it was during Hamatan period. It was so
yeah.
cool time.
Oh my God. And then
Even in there, it was cold, you know?
and then looking at them being in the straw house with light clothing, how treacherous it is, right? So I was teasing her earlier. I said to her that she said she speak a little bit of full day, and I told her, so if I come to Nigeria, she's spending a week in my home to learn full day. So
Yeah.
she promised, she promised she would do that, right? Actually, I'm not going to keep you in my home. I'm taking you to Ruga. That one she's going to say, no, auntie, I'm not going, right? But we will go to Ruga together. Now the Ruga we have is not like the old Ruga, it's the modern Ruga. We still have the cows and everything there.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's a modern Ruga. There's electricity, there's TV, there's internet, but still
Oh,
we have our cows, because you can't be a family without the cows,
that's not Ruga anymore.
It's not right. It is maybe Rugalo. What is Ruga with kind of finesse to it or something? Well, thank you so much. Thank you. We have a lot of people. Just hearing some of the comments that we got in here. Somebody from Mohammed says, "Wow, what a brilliant daughter! This is commendable."
Thank you, sir.
I think you're reading it, right? Are you reading all what they're saying? You're getting some good comment, people.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yes, it's really great. It was great having you, and we wish you a wonderful, successful car. Oh, I didn't even ask you the most important one. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Up to now, I've been thinking of what to be. I wanted to be a doctor, but math. I'm very bad at math.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah,
So I changed my mind, and
you
I
too.
was thinking maybe I want to be a fashion designer. Oh,
Mhm.
maybe should I be a typewriter, whatever. I'm just thinking up to now.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I don't want to predict it, but I think you already got what you're gonna be already.
that's
You,
an art.
You're just going to change the world. Whatever you decide to be, God willing, you are going to do it so well, and you will be changing the world. Um,
Inshallah.
yeah, whatever it is. Because, I know that back home, if you're not a doctor or a lawyer or what have you, is not happening. No, you can, what you're doing, honestly, psychologically, financially, emotionally, you are changing people. People will be are learning. So just go with the flow. Your destiny is already written, and
Inshallah.
it's just going to keep manifesting, manifesting, manifesting as you go. As long as you're enjoying what you're doing, it will always going to be something that you want to do all the time.
Inshallah.
Alhaji Mustafa, thank you so much. I
So
honestly,
much for having us.
yeah, of course. I honestly commend you, and my sister, your wife. Obviously, say thank you for raising a beautiful daughter, smart, and giving her the opportunity to for the world to know that we have such a super talented young lady,
Thank you
and.
so much.
We will be doing a lot of things together, Mommy Hawa. Okay. All right. Okay. So we are right about time to wrap up, people. We thank you so much for sending us new people to feature all the time. We appreciate it. If you see any of our videos that you like, please share it. If you want to be featured on Dialogue with Herrera, send in your info, and we will be more than happy to share your story. Our platform is about featuring people doing incredible things so that they can inspire others to start doing something positive to better the world. So I thank you all, and I hope I will see you soon. Take care.